We are glad to welcome everyone on our channel. Today we have prepared a selection of new Turkish TV series. Ebony. Fans of historical projects are waiting for an unforgettable journey back to the 70s and immersion in the atmosphere and spirit of those times. The main storyline develops against the background of the obvious division of society into the poor and the rich. The system of domination of the powerful clearly and in the brightest form flourished in the 70s in Turkey. How did the society live? What thoughts and ideas were guided by the developing youth, who were not satisfied with this situation? However, the social, economic and political side is just a background and foundation for the events around the main character Jalal Aga. He is a gentleman, a wealthy man, and all further events flow from this position, which plays an important role. In the series on the background of family drama, develops a beautiful story of love, on the path of which constantly arise all sorts of obstacles. Lovers now and then find themselves at the mercy of the prejudices of society, the evil of paganism and gossip, also the negative attitude of their own families. According to the unwritten rules of the society of that time, marriage between the poor and the rich is absolutely impossible, and such love will bring a lot of troubles to the lovers themselves. Did you find this series interesting? Life Snatcher, or Thief of Life, is a Turkish version of the Brazilian project Prospect of Brazil, which has been for a long time enjoyed popularity in many countries around the world. The main storyline is centered on a beautiful and intelligent girl Layla, who finds herself in the hands of a heartless, cruel stepmother with her own ambitions, completely breaking all her childhood dreams and hopes. All her childhood unhappy Layla spent in fear and suffering. But the main loss was the death of her own father, whose death was also on the stepmother's conscience. Layla was sure of this 100%. After the death of her father, the stepmother throws Layla out on the street. The girl survives in the struggle for her life. Forgive the stepmother is not able to, and she dreams of revenge for all the suffering. Already in adulthood, the girl still has not been able to completely get rid of the fear and horror that bound her heart once. She has long struggled with her complexes and with the wounds on her soul. She finally realized that only revenge could heal her aching heart and cleanse her soul of the nightmare of her childhood. Did you find this series interesting? Tale of Ashes, or Ash Tale. The series tells the story of Ozga, who works as an ordinary cook in one of the city's restaurants, having got acquainted with the heir of one of the richest families in Turkey. At Jirali, between young people bursts passionate romance, culminating in marriage. The spouses move to the house of her husband, where instead of the joy of family life, the girl will have to experience the horror of the insidious intrigues of a powerful family. In addition, the wife faces sudden fits of anger on the part of her beloved, caused by mental problems. The existence of the heroine turns into a hell, which she could not imagine even in the most terrible dream. Another test, a complete discord with her sister Bihai, frantically dreaming of wealth and ready to go to their goal in spite of the suffering of others. But this is not the end of Özge's nightmares. She has to learn a terrible secret about the mysterious death of Jalet, the first wife of her husband. Did you find this series interesting? Series Return is a dramatic. Layla's story is filled with drama and determination. Actress Belçim Bilgin will embody on the screen the image of a lawyer named Feliz Aydın. However, Layla faces often insurmountable obstacles along the way. Her character is also the mother of a teenage daughter. There are frequent disagreements between mother and daughter. While Feliz tries to keep her daughter from unreasonable actions and keep her daughter safe, but the girl faces resistance and rejection. The plot of the series revolves around Layla Aziz, a woman who has gone through severe trials in the past and has carried her pain through the years. Now, after a long time, she's been given the opportunity to head the public security department in the city of Bursa. The Counterfeiter. Counterfeiter tells the story of Adem, a clean mint officer, and how the system turns him into a counterfeiter who prints counterfeit money. Adam's story centers on a character who is transformed from an honest public servant by complex circumstances and influences. The situation becomes even more complicated when Kartal, who is the complete opposite of Adem, meets a policeman named Ice. The main theme of the series is based on moral dilemmas and the complex relationships of the characters with each other. Are you interested in this show? And now a bonus movie we missed, Sweet and Dangerous. A beautiful story of love and relationship between a princess and a petty thief. Our heroine's name is Zelish. She lives with her father in a house that reminds her of a castle, but despite this, she does not receive the love and care she dreams of. She feels lonely at heart and dreams, like all young ladies of that age, of a prince on a white horse. There is also Zarek. He is not exactly a prince. He doesn't get along with the white horse either, but for the girl, he's a breath of freedom and fresh air. The one she's been dreaming of. But what's at the root of this meeting is a guy who's had a thing that's been bugging him for years. Their encounter turns out not to be a coincidence, but a plan to make things right. The guy did not even suspect that not only he will change the life of the girl, but also himself in the turbulent course of events will change.